Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Deepthi Soni. I'm Senior Consultant for Communications and Outreach at the Indian School of Business. And today I'm going to talk about India Data Portal and also how to use India Data Portal. What are the various features which are available for you to use on about India Data Portal? What are the kind of different data sets which we have on the portal itself? And how, if you would like, convert data into visualizations and how you can do the same using the portal. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking you to live site of indiadataportal.com. So as you can see, what you need to do is in the browser, you need to just type www.indiadataportal.com. And once you type www.indiadataportal.com, you will arrive at this homepage. You can sign up for free here. And the reason why we ask you to sign up for free is simply because what you can do is you can personalize the portal. Once I log in, you see that it gives me my name here, Deepthi. And if I see the drop down, you see it gives my details, my login details, my graphics, my data sets, etc. Then you can see there is a language drop down. So India Data Portal is presently available in Bengali, English, Hindi, Marathi, Urdu, and Telugu. Now, if we come to the homepage of the portal, you'll see there are these different sections. There is this About Us section. About Us is obviously about India Data Portal. It's about Meet the Team. It is about the media mentions which we have received. Then there is this data set section where we have different sectors, as you can see: food and agriculture, economy, financial inclusion, government schemes, union budget, rural development, general section, NSSO section, socioeconomic section, elections, and health section. Let's say if I showed you the CSR section now, in the socioeconomic sector, we have the corporate social responsibility data set. It's a new data set which has come. So for example, if I looked at, let's say, visualize. So let's say if I want to find out what has been the investments by, let's say, Tata Group. Like Tata is a big corporate group in India with several companies. So let's say I type here Tata, and you see it gives me it lists all the Tata companies here: Tata Chemical, Tata Coffee, Tata Consultancy, all of these here. And if I select all of these, I can select different parameters and also see in which social sector they have invested money in. So this is sort of just one example of one data set. Or let's say if I showed you the National Family Health Survey data. So for example, when you come to this data set, then it will give you, okay, or let's say data summary. So if you look at data summary, you will see that it gives information about the female population aged 6 years and above who ever attended school, or population below the age of 15 years, or sex ratio of the total population. Again, this is a very deep data set. It's a very new data set. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you the examples, which are new data sets, which have just come on India Data Portal, kind of the breadth of data which we have on India Data Portal. Then the next segment is visualize. If you write some blog piece or a news or a policy paper which gets published, so you can share with us. Now, if you see on the home page, we have given the most prominent space to search and visualize data. And the reason we do this is because India Data Portal is a very intuitive search bar. Then the next section is most viewed data sets. Then if you make a graphic and you save it to graphic gallery, and then this is our social media feed. And here you can see the host institution, the technical partners, the project funders, and all our social media links, including the WhatsApp number for queries, as well as the email ID for queries if you want to get in touch with us on things like that. You can also download us as a mobile application. I want to take you to one of the data sets and show what kind of information is available on each of the data sets. So let's say if I take you to agriculture census crop, for example, 2015-16. And so what you would see here is that it gives the name of the data set on the top. And here's the name of the data set. What is the sector for agriculture census 2015-16? Food and agriculture. Then the granularity level is at the districts, and the frequency. From where have we taken the data? So we give you the source link, the website link, as well as the exact page on that particular website from which we have taken the data. Then when was the data retrieved? And the data was updated at source. That means on this portal in 2015-16. Then we also have you the name of the source. So this is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and also which department under the ministry has this data. And then we have details about what does the data entail. Then here it's a snapshot. that it covers the 37 states and union territories. The number of districts covered is 662. And as mentioned here, the number of crops covered is 253. And then you have data summary here. And then you can also view data. So this is one simple example of how we deal with all the data sets in terms of information sharing. So I want to show you how to make a simple visualization using data, using this portal. So let me pick a very simple example. Let me take fertilizer sales. So what I want to do is I want to look at fertilizer sales across different districts in a single state of India. Let me go to visualize directly. And in indicators, I pick sale of fertilizers and I do apply. In dimension, I select all kinds of fertilizers. I do apply. And in time dimension, this data is updated annually and is available since 2018. I pick the latest, which is 21-22. And I do apply. So let me pick Rajasthan here. And I will select, so you can see here, Rajasthan is selected and I pick all the districts of Rajasthan and I do apply. And in build your chart, because I want this graph to be at district level, I select district. You see a map of India appears where it zooms in on Rajasthan. And if you see here, when I hover my mouse, it will give me sale of fertilizers in metric tons across various districts of Rajasthan. And let me talk about what is available on this page. So this is a map sales of fertilizers. There is a pen icon here. I can click it and I can change the description. So let's say I remove this and I say Rajasthan. So Rajasthan districts map sale of fertilizers. Plus minus is zoom in, zoom out. The bar, of course, here is about the redder it is, the lower the sale of fertilizers, the greener it is, the higher the sale of fertilizers in metric tons. The source is fertilizer sales, Directorate of Economics and Statistics, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare 21-22, created from indiadataportal.com, and the URL of the portal is also given here. Then if you look at the eye icon here, the eye icon tells you what is this graph trying to tell you. The settings button or the star icon. Now here in this case, it gives me two options. It gives me the option to select the range. In terms of changing the color, let's say I don't like this color palette. I want to change it to maybe blue-green, for example, and I do apply. So you see, still the greener will be the Ganganagar district, Hanumangarh district, or on the higher side is Chittorgarh district, but rest of the ones are on the lower side or the lighter side of the scale. And there here you see that you can download this as SVG, PNG format, download the data. Here you can download full data, clean data. You can save it to my graphics, which will be a personal space. And if you can save it to graphic gallery, it will be publicly available. Or next option is the share button. So you can directly from this page share on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp also. And if you have the copy shareability, we have more than 45 kind of visualizations. So the first one appears to be map. The second one is a bar plot. The moment a bar plot like thing appears, what also happens is we get a few more features. One of the features is the sort feature. So right now it is in descending order on indicator value. I can change it to alphabetical order or I can change the order. The other thing which also happens is that initially I was only getting the range and the color, and I also get something called values show. So if I click on show values and I apply, automatically the values are shown here directly in front of the bar plot. Then the next option is a donut. Then you have a lollipop. Then you have a radial bar plot. Again, you will see the values here. Then you have a radial plot. And then you have a pictograph and you have a circular bar chart. What India Data Portal does is that although we have 45 kind of visualizations, depending on the choices you make in the left panel here, it gives you the visualization options which would best translate this information into a visualization. The next example, I want to introduce another feature which is called create your own indicator. And before I introduce that feature, I want to show you one example how it would be useful if you are using indiadataportal.com in terms of various options. I can do reset all here, or I can go to data sets and select my data set. So let's say if I do reset all, and I want to take you to Mission Antodaya data set. Now, because my focus is on health and sanitation, I want to look at the PHC availability or primary healthcare center availability across different states and union territories. So let's click PHC availability and I do apply. In time period, this information is available for only 2019. I select all the states and union territories of India and I do apply. And in build your chart, because I want this to be at state level, I pick state and I visualize. And you see a map of India has appeared, where if you see the greenest is Maharashtra with 4,727 villages. Then greener ones are Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Karnataka. And if you see the red ones or towards on the lower side of the scale are Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, or some of the northeast states. Then you have Kerala with little orange on the lower side of the scale. And then you have Goa, which is also on the lower side of the scale. And if you look at this with a lollipop chart, and if I show values here, and I do apply, you will see Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Bihar, and Uttar Pradesh are among the top 5 when it comes to the number of primary healthcare centers across the state. So all 4,000 plus category. Then the next 4 states are Gujarat, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. So these are the next 4 states. And then you have less than 2,000. So in 1,000 plus category, and then you have less than 1,000 category. And in fact, Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Andaman Nicobar, Goa has just 35 primary healthcare centers across the state. Kerala has just 772. So let me tell you how you can create your own indicator when it comes to indiadataportal.com to do your own research analytical piece. And what I want to do is I go back to the primary healthcare center. And here you see there is an option to create indicator. So I create indicator. And I say states and UTs, PHC, percentage. You can name it whatever you want. It's completely totally your choice. And here I do PHC availability. So you see the moment I make my selection here, my formula is being made here. And I divide it by number of villages where the survey was completed. And I want to take out a percentage, so I multiply it by 100. So you see my formula has become PHC availability divided by number of villages multiplied by 100. And the name of my indicator is states and union territories, PHC percentage. And I create indicator. Now it says indicator created successfully and I do OK. And what I do is I go back and I deselect the earlier one, which is PHC availability. And I select states and UTs PHC percentage, which I have just created. And I do apply. My year is already selected. My location, all the states and UTs are already selected. And I do build your chart. State is already selected. I visualize. See, the map of India appears and now it is completely turned around on its head. What was appearing to be a lot of greens with very few oranges and reds. Now it's just one tiny bit of green here at the bottom in the state of Kerala, and rest everything is red, orange, or lighter shade of orange yellow. And if I show this to you by lollipop again, and if I do show values, let's see where Maharashtra is. Maharashtra is 10.8% only. Rajasthan is 9.3% only. Bihar is 9.1%. So these are 1, 2, 3 states here. Karnataka is 13.1%, which is again towards the lower middle of the scale. And where is Uttar Pradesh? Okay, Uttar Pradesh is in bottom 4 instead of top 5 with only 3.9% penetration of primary healthcare centers across all the villages in the state. Let me show you one last example, which is 2 examples interconnected with each other. I want to talk about employment under Manrega. And at the same time, I want to connect how the government decides what kind of money should be invested in a particular government scheme. So let me take you to budget data. And what I want to do is I want to look at how the government is spending. I want to straight away go to visualize. And in indicators, I select expenditure and I do apply. And dimensions, I select core of the, because I want to focus on Manrega. Manrega is core of the core schemes of the government. So there are core schemes, there are core of the core schemes, and there are major central sector schemes. So the moment I click on core of the core schemes, you will see it gives me the option of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employee Guarantee Program, which is MG Narega. And I do apply. And in time period, this information is available since 2015-16 up till the next year, which is 2023 of 31st March 2023. So I do apply. And in build your chart, I want to look at it by scheme name. So I visualize here. You see a multi-line chart. Let me change the color here a bit. Okay. So you see a multi-line chart has appeared here, where you can see on one axis, it gives me the expenditure in crore rupees. On the other axis, it gives me the number of years. So if I hover my mouse, it will give me the information in terms of how much, what has been the spent in which area. Then the next is a stacked bar plot. Third one is a grouped bar plot. And the fourth one is a box plot. So let's say if I stick to grouped bar plot, and here you can see that in 2015-16, the government spent 37,000 crore rupees. In 16-17, it spent 48,000 crore rupees. In 17-18, it spent like about 55,000 crore rupees. In 18-19, about 61,000. 19-20, 71,000 crore rupees. This was the year when just before COVID happened. And then when the COVID happened, the year when the government came up with their budget during COVID year, it was more than 1,000 crores on Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Program, that is Manrega. And then last year, the government lowered this to 98,000 crore rupees. And this year, the government has earmarked 73,000 crore rupees under Manrega. So you can see the spending. So this year, it's this year, what the government has earmarked was kind of similar to what was before the COVID situation. So let me open this in a new tab. And this automatically opens in company registrations. My interest is in Manrega because I'm looking at the government allocation or spent on Manrega. Here I come to employment, I go to Manrega and I go to demand by persons. Here you would see a map of India has appeared and also a frequency graph has appeared. Before I explain and work on this frequency graph and the map, let me show you what happens. What are the features here? So this is the India map. I can go state-wise. And once I select the state, I can also select district. So if I now click on district, it will tell me to select a state first. So please select any one state. But what I'm not going to do is select state here only because I'm looking at the budget data at the national level. So I want to compare like. So I also want to see the Manrega employment at the national level. So I go to India. And here you see two kinds of lines. One is a dotted line, one is a bold line. So I uncheck the dotted line, which is last year's line. So I have only one line here, which is the bold line. And in time duration, instead of July 2021 and March 2022, I expand the whole thing. And I now see January 2020. So just a couple of months before COVID happened till March 2022. And here you will see that as I hover my mouse on this graph, you will see the values change here. And here at the bottom, you will see the months. So here, if you see here, in January, February 2020, the demand for Manrega, people who demanded jobs under Manrega was about 29.5 million, about 25 million, 29.5 million. This dipped when lockdown happened in March of 2020, this dipped to about 20 million. And then this is the time when labor class started to move back to their villages. So when this moved back to the villages by April, May of 2020, here you see the demand sharply rose to about 60 plus million, so 63.5 million, 54.5 million. And this figure started to come down as and when, by June, July, things started to ease up, lockdown started to ease up. There was partial lockdown in many locations. So people started moving back to the city. And here you will see that again, the figures keep changing. In September, October, it was 30 million, 28.9 million. And when second wave happened last year in May, June of 2021, it again rose to about 50.5 million, 40 million, 50.5 million. And then after that, after June, July 2021, there were vaccination drives, massive vaccinations were happening. There were no lockdowns, or very few places had partial lockdowns. People started to move back to the cities again. And here you see the demand has dipped to about 26 million or 27.6 million, which is almost similar to the demand which was before COVID happened. And if you see the government expenditure in this graph, then this is the government expenditure has been sort of, this year what the government has allocated actually is sort of comparable to what was before COVID. So if I stay on this page, again, if you see here, there is an eye icon. So eye icon will tell you what this graph is trying to portray. And here you can see that you can view data, you can download the complete data, you can download the image, or you can also share this on social media platforms or copy shareable link. One of the other features on India Data Portal, India Pulse at ISB, is that there is an add data card feature. So in one go, you can compare at least 4 kind of data with different. So you can, like here, this is employment, Manrega, demand per person. You could perhaps choose here, maybe health. You could choose here COVID-19 vaccinations. And you can say total doses administered. So you can compare 4 different kind of data sets here in one single shot. This is about different kind of examples which I wanted to show you in terms of India Data Portal various features. Let me take you to the live portal one more time, and I just want to show you some of the resources. Is if you go to the homepage here. So one of the sections I was talking about initially was news and graphics. So if you write something using India Data Portal, you can share with us under news and graphics. So what you need to do is add news, and you can choose the kind of news, that's a blog or a newspaper, magazine article, digital news platform, or like a LinkedIn post or something. So you can choose in the others, and the red ones, the one with the asterisk, needs to be filled. So you can either add news link or the link from wherever you're sharing, or you can upload the file as well. So this is one resource. The other resource in terms of training is that we have online training options. So like we have this Better Reporting on Food and Agriculture course, which we launched in collaboration with India Spence School of Data Journalism. So again, this course is for free. And you see Better Reporting on Food and Agriculture. You can see the course, the price is 0. So you can take this course at your own convenience. The different modules have been delivered by faculty of IIMs and ISB. So you can take this course. The other thing which you can do here is another course which we have is, which you can do is this. We have a self-paced introductory course. So again, this is an asynchronous course. You will need to fill the registration form, and you'll get another sort of login ID because this is on a ISP platform. And again, you can do this course at your own pace. And the resource which I want to show you last is the YouTube link. So on YouTube, when you come to a YouTube channel, you can come to the playlist. And you can see that we have high frequency indicators videos. We have a podcast series on power of data. We have, from our workshops, we have some coverage here. Then we have training and explainer series video in some different languages. And we have data talk with Professor Ashwini. And depends on these different resources, what is the resource which we want to use. Thank you so much.